Hey everyone, it's been a while since I did my last vlog. I'm sorry for any delays in the updates and stuff like that, but now day 87 after my transplant, post the transplant. I've lost my hair from the chemo and radiation from before, and my moustache, my beard's growing back, but clip all of that. But my moustache and goatee is all coming back, so yeah, it's slowly getting there, slowly recovering. So 87 days post-transplant. I spent probably a good 2 months in hospital out of those 87 days. Let's start from the beginning, day 0. So day 0, after the chemo and the radiation, getting me prepared, killing my old marrow, I successfully received the new donor stem cells, but it didn't come without a hitch. The transplant required me to get 4 bags of plasma beforehand, because the new transplant, the new donor, his blood types be positive and mine was a negative. So the doctors wanted to flush out any antibodies that I had that would reject the stem cells or reject the new blood. What do you call it? The new blood that was going to start producing. And so they pumped me full of the new blood type of plasma, and that way the antibodies get spent, because I'm not producing anymore because I've got no more marrow. And that way when I get the main stem cell transplant, then everything goes well. Well, I had a major reaction to the plasma, and after a whole lot of drugs and antihistamines and all those type of things, I was able to get through it all with fevers, but I received the new stem cells, and that's where I had fevers from day 0. Chemo in day 2, this chemo is designed to help reduce any graft versus host disease. Well, there's a side effect to that chemo, and that is that it gives you a really bad case of diarrhea. It also gave me the worst case of hemorrhoids I've ever experienced. It was terrible. It was bad. I had constant pain, 9 out of 10 straight for 2 weeks. They even gave me a button to inject myself with painkillers. That's how bad it was. And yeah, if that didn't make things worse, around 2 weeks into it, yeah, I got an E. coli infection. And because I didn't have any immune system, I had some really bad fevers, and it was again pumping me full of antibiotics and all those type of things. And it was a rough start. I'm just going to be honest, it was a rough start. But I did eventually, I think it was day 38, I did eventually manage to get home. But that was only for about 5 days until I received another fever. And because I have no immune system, they say if you get a fever, you have to go straight to hospital. And so I was in hospital for about a week and a half. And eventually they found out that my Hickman's, the line, my inline that was going to one of my main veins, it was actually plagued with that same E. coli infection, but they made a colony inside one of the lines, and it was just slowly drip feeding bacteria into my blood system, and so I was getting fevers every now and then. Not constant, but just it was up and down, up and down, up and down. And anyway, they had to take out the Hickman line. And so that was great. I meant to get home for a few more days. And Christmas came along and we had a wonderful Christmas morning. But on Christmas Day, I got fevers and I had to go to hospital again around lunchtime before the feast. So I missed out on my mum's amazing duck. I missed out on on my wife's amazing cooking, the potatoes and all that. Yep, I missed it all, and ended up in hospital with hospital food. But I got to see Samuel and Hannah open up their presents, which was wonderful. So I was in hospital for about a week. They couldn't find what was wrong with me. They couldn't find if it was graft versus host disease. They couldn't find anything. Eventually it went away. The antibiotics weren't helping, and I was in there for probably about 10 days. And at the end, they just think it was a virus that they couldn't replicate or find. Now I've been home. Since then, I've been home for a few weeks, and my condition's fine. I'm feeling okay, but I'm fatigued all the time. My hemoglobins are around 80 to 90, so if you don't know what they do, hemoglobins are your red cells, and they transport oxygen and do other things, I think. But anyway, all I know is that when they're low, I get really tired, fatigued. My breathing is heavier. It's harder to go for my walks and exercise. But anyway, I got a couple of bags of blood the other week when they dropped to 77, and I felt fantastic. Yeah, I'm just fatigued a lot of the time, tired. It doesn't help when you have 2 children who love to climb all over you all the time. But I wouldn't change it. It's fantastic. Neutrophils, my immune system. So neutrophils are about 1.5, 2.5, and platelets are about 90 to 100. So things are okay. I'm improving slowly. Because I'm changing blood type, it's just going to change and improve a bit slower than normal. And that's what the doctor said. I don't know why, but that's what they warned me about. And that's why I haven't really been doing vlogs, because I've just been so tired or fatigued. My brain fog's gone, which is good. But yeah, sorry I haven't recorded any vlogs about this. So the latest updates to continue my condition. I have no leukemia in my system that's being detected. So I'm not in remission. There's no leukemia. If that makes sense. Not showing any signs of graft versus host disease. And my blood results are returning as B positive instead of A negative, which means the graft is slowly taking over, and hopefully things will start improving. The other thing too is my wife Alana had an operation, which was put a bit of pressure on our household, but my mum's helping and she's doing a great job, a wonderful job. Our family will be moving home next month. Not sure on the date exactly. Day 100 is the goal, where doctors start changing your medication, reducing it over the course of a year. They send you home after day 100, and you can do video telehealth type over the phone calls. And the doctor said actually to me that he's hopeful that you can actually get rid of all the drugs in my routine within 6 months. But I hope so, but we'll just see what happens. If you could pray for anything at this stage, if you're thinking about praying for us, it would be great if you could pray for me to find a new career and to try and provide for the family. That would be greatly appreciated. There's a couple of jobs that I'm going to apply for. I know I'm tired now, but in a couple of months I'm confident I'll be fine. So yeah, I'm going to start applying for work and see what happens. For those who are going to go through this, all I can say is stop trying to compare yourself to other patients, because I've seen other patients walk out on day 14, and I stayed in contact and they said they're fine and they're doing a wonderful job, and they have no conditions, no bad conditions at all, and they're living life to the fullest. And then I've met other patients who are past day 100 and they're still struggling with the graft versus host disease, and it's not looking good for them. But don't compare yourself to other people. Just do your thing. Don't worry about the future. Just, in other words, do what God says and just live day by day, because today's got enough stress as it is. And just enjoy life, enjoy your family, enjoy your company, and just, if you don't go to church, go to church. That's one of the best things you can do. And God bless, and thank you to all who have been supporting us financially, and also most of all for supporting us in prayer. Thank you very much, and God bless.